Okay, so I'm going to be talking about conformity and what it is, why do people conform, and why is everyone affected by group opinion? Like, why is that such a big deal to us all the time? Okay, so what is it? Well, it's a type of social influence involving a change of belief or behavior in order to fit in with a group. So pretty much, it's people trying to fit in with the crowd. It's like you find a group, right? And then over time, you just become more and more like your group and you fit in. Like everyone just becomes more like each other. So, for example, let's say you're a new kid, you just moved, you go to a new school, and you don't have any friends, but you want to make more friends, right? So, after a few days, you find some people that you want to be friends with, that you think are nice or cool or whatever. And over time, in that group, you and your friends are going to become more like each other. Not just you like them, but they'll become more like you as well. That's just how it works, and there's no getting away from it. Like, it happens in every single group you can think of. Every clique, every club, sports teams. Like, there's tons of different psychologists that have done different experiments, like why or if it always happens, and it always happens. They always conform to the group. They always want to be more like the group. Some conformities, even if their personal preferences differ from the groups, they still conform to people. So, for example, say a girl, or a guy, it doesn't really matter sex, but they never smoked. They don't smoke. But people in their group smoke. So they want to be cool, they want to be like everyone else, they don't want to feel left out, so they start smoking. They conform to the group, just like that. That's how easy it is. Like, they would have never done that by themselves, but since they're in the group, they did that. People act a lot more differently when they're by themselves versus when they're in the group. Like, it's almost like you have different personalities. Some people even, they have different personalities at home versus at school, or at home versus at their friend's house. Let's say, I bet most people act different when they're around, like, elderly people, like, that know a lot. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be rude to them. They're not going to be rude around older people versus when they're with their kids and they got vulgar mouths and they don't care about anything, right? So people act a lot more different when they're by themselves versus when they're with their friends, with their group. But the main cause of conformity, or one of the main causes that psychologists found in their studies, is it's a real or imaginary pressure of social norms. So part of it's real, but most of it's in their head. They just want to fit in like everyone else. They feel like if they don't be like everyone else, then society is not going to accept them. We can blame society as to why people conform. So maybe it's just to seem cool. Maybe people want to seem cool. Maybe they want to be popular. That seems to be the big thing nowadays. If you're not popular in school, what are you? You're just there. Most people want to be popular. They want to be the center of attention. They want everyone to look at them and be like, wow, I wish I could be like them. But that's not everyone. So they fit in. They become like other people so they can get that spotlight. Like, so just blame society on this. And also, but if society changes, the people change. So you gotta think about that too. For example, cell phones. Back in the day, there was no such thing as cell phones. Everyone used verbal communication, or they wrote letters to each other, face to face. Now, when people want to talk, they just look at their cell phone, they just start texting, they call people, email. So when society changes, people change. And the main reason people change when society changes is because they want to blend in. They don't want to stick out. That's pretty much the key to life, right? Just go through the crowd, not be noticed. That way nothing bad happens. So conformity is a pretty big deal. It happens everywhere. Like, people are affected by groups' opinion. They don't want to stick out. That's pretty much it. No one wants to feel like the oddball in the group. That's why they conform. I just want to say thank you, Mr. Fox, for changing the time limit, because I don't think I would have been able to do it if it was 10 minutes. And it was actually kind of fun, you're right. Alright, thank you.